Hey guys, this is Barry with FaO&x Outdoors, and we're doing another unboxing video on a company called Batch Bikes. And this is a quality bike. It's actually a commuter with a 9 amp hour battery with 500 watts of power. But they put a lot of high-end stuff on here, just quality tires, hydraulic brakes. They've done a lot of stuff in here that makes it a great quality bike. It's coming in at $12.99. This bike, I want to tell you, its name is ECB1. We'll teach you how to put it together, so I'll save you a little money there. Take it for a ride and we'll talk about the pros and cons. So come on, let's get it together. All right, so when you get this bike, you want to open it from the top and you want to have a buddy on the other side to see if you can pick it up and put it on the ground. Because if you have any issues with this, these are not easy to find. But if you did destroy the box on accident and you need to ship it out, UPS typically will have bike boxes for you. But I'm going to open it up. I just want to show you how it's built, which is really nice. This is very clean. Yeah, this is definitely a commuter. Small tires are gonna be some wire cutters and a pocket knife. And what you do is just go in here and just cut all these off. So I'm gonna get all this taken off and check they've done a great job of packaging these up. So I doubt I'll see any issues. But let me get this and I'll put it out here and then we'll start putting it together. Man, this thing is pretty. One thing I did notice is it has no shocks. It has no shocks in the front or the back. It looks like it's very cut and dry. So let's put this together. We're gonna start in the front. Barry, this is definitely a commuter. It's not a big tire bike. Let's see what's inside here. All right, got a little charger. Should take this about 4 to 6 hours to charge. Got a manual. What in the world? Why did they give me all the manuals? They gave me all the manuals, guys. Dude, beautiful. I don't never see these. This is normally for higher end bikes. Just absolute beautiful. And it looks like we got an LED lights. Very, it's not a super bright one. All right, let's get this off the ground real quick. Wait, where's the tools? Oh my God, you didn't give me tools, guys? Hold on. No tools. How do you want them to put this stuff together? That's crazy. No tools? A lot of these people are not mechanics. They just give them a little bit of, all right, so Benton always, they have really great tools. So let's work on it. But just have one of these here. Yeah, why wouldn't you give them tools, guys? You give them 30 manuals. Yeah, there's no wrenches, no nothing. Well, we gotta do better on that, guys. So here we go. We're gonna take these off because we're gonna put the handlebars on here. And there is no, like, see how that's hanging right there? Let's try it real quick. Give me just a second. I'm having my foot here because it's such a small, tight tire that it's very taut. So I've got my foot down here to keep this from falling. I'm gonna spin that around and then we're just gonna line this up with the tire and tighten this up here. Simple, easy, but you will have to have your own tools. So you're gonna need some pliers, some Allen wrenches. So let's get this on here. Now this is a 7-gear Shimano. See, you're just not gonna be able to do it. You gotta take that off. I have tried so many ways to be lazy and it will not. You have to take it off. Handlebars are nice. One thing I'm not seeing is blue Loctite on your screws, so it might be best to have you some Loctite. You don't want these things to come loose. Very simple. This is not hard as long as you have the right tools. There we go, and that'll hold that stuff. Excellent that they've got high-end brakes. They're hydraulic brakes, which is freaking awesome. I can't believe there's no tools in here. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to say that until I get, because I've got I hope that's a 15. So let me go grab a 15. I've grabbed a 15, a 13. I've got 2 of them just in case I need them. Let's see if this 15 is going to work. There we go. There we go. And that's what we're taking off just to protect the bike. So let's get this off. This is a 180 millimeter rotor. Try to be lazy again and see if I can just put this all the way out, but it always doesn't seem to work. Now this bike is light. We gotta look up the weight. second. There's a little pad thing I gotta get off here. Yeah, we gotta take that little pad off. Then you wanna put the rotor on first and then put it right on. Boom. That's always such a good feeling. Simple, easy. That was very nice. There we go. Perfect. All done. All right, so do you see that it has that little knot right there? The long side here will go towards the back. The short side will be up front. And let's put this on. There we go. So we'll take that, slide that in there, and put that right through there. This nut here, if you're gonna have to get your own tools, is a 6mm. So I've got this little multi-tool. Let's see if that'll fit it. Yep, there we go. All right, it's tight. Just want to straighten it up. These are gonna go right down here. Very simple. You don't have to watch this. This is very simple, but I'm glad that they did it. A lot of bikes, they do this make this so difficult. All you have to do is take this, put it right through here, tighten this down. No blue Loctite again. That's shocking to me. But yeah, a lot of them, you have to put the screw in with your twisting your wrist and all kinds of crazy stuff. I don't understand their mindset, but this is nice. Let me get this on and we'll be right back. This is done. I'm gonna straighten this up. There we go. I'm gonna put this light heading out, which is gonna be in the way here. Do y'all see that? There's your keys. The keys are going to be for your battery, so you can put your key right here, and then you can pop this off and charge it in your house. All right, so that was just keeping this off of the tire. And this is simple too. You could probably skip through this part. This isn't hard. And batch, to be honest with you, just one of these little multi-tools and a 15mm wrench and a 6mm wrench. That's all you really need. That multi-tool might even work. That one I just showed you, there's not much here that you have to put together. There we go. All done. Simple, easy. They even put the rubber pieces already covering over your axle. You see this little screw right here? Let's open this up. Right there. It's got to have a little bit of tension on there. Perfect. That's going to not go anywhere. Nice little seat. It's got memory foam on it. These are very nice. I like these a lot. So did you see it says L right there? I don't know that you can see that, but you see it's green. Let's see. You see that? This is rider's left and rider's right. So when you're sitting in it like this, it's going to be on your left side. And then over here on your left, it's going to be lefty-tighty. And usually they'll indicate it here. This company does not indicate it. Make sure you're tightening this up lefty-tighty. So just a heads up there. The other side, it's going to be righty-tighty. So very simple. One thing, Batch, that I've seen on your bike that I'm not super familiar with, one, no blue Loctite. That's abnormal. The other thing is your kickstand. Like, no one's going to be able to put that if it's in this position. So usually these kickstands, there's a plate here, it's back here. I'm not able to, I'm going to have to roll the bike forward to have the kickstand put back. It's just when you're like that, you're done. You can't do anything. Just wanted to share that with you. One quick thing we got to do. Got to find this little. You remember the light that we put on right here? There's usually a light, some kind of plug or something that plugs into this. Am I missing something? Oh, I am. There it is. Do you see that? It was shoved into the frame. So I'm sitting here looking at the manual, and I know how to put one of these on. I've done it 1,000 times, but so if you can't find yours, it's shoved inside the frame. And it's right here. So that was just shoved right inside there. There we go. Simple, easy. Okay. All right, we figured that out. Let's go up top. All right, so we've got our little shifters over here. This is a bell. You have like going down, then there's another one up here, right here. This is typically kind of a high end. We see this more on high end bikes. So power, plus and minus. Boom. Can you see that? Let's put this down right there. You hold the plus button, it should turn the light off. There you go. It dims this as well, so if you're riding at night, it's not blinding you. It does have a walk system, so if you do hold this button down, let's see if I can. It doesn't. I thought it did. So typically, hold the plus button, hold the minus button down, and it will walk you. but this one doesn't. It even has it on there that it does walk you. It's like a bike. But anyway, so push the plus button. You see it says 1 right there? I hope you can see that. And then that's typically, ooh, there's no power. Everything's plugged in. Well, I don't know. Sometimes they'll have a on and off switch. So these are the keys right here. You can charge it right there. Now this is a little tiny battery. It's a 9 amp hour, 48 volt. I'm just seeing if it has power. So I push this in, it has like red, yellow, green, and it's green. So it is charged. I'm gonna turn the power on. I'm gonna kick this up. All right, brake lights work, everything. Let me see what's going on here. I'll probably need to read the manual one more time. Yeah, I mean, it powers up. That's the thing. I don't know to make this work. So, all right, let me just read the manual. Be right back. All right, I went through the manual, through advanced settings. I can't get it to work. I actually made sure all this stuff was plugged in. I've taken all this stuff off. The motor in the back, I unplugged it, made sure everything looked good, plugged it back in. This is just a paperweight. Really disappointing because I don't see what I'm doing wrong. So I can't do a ride test on this. I don't approve this bike, especially if you don't give them tools. You gave them a bunch of manuals and it doesn't work. So, I mean, how do you do a review on something like that? Okay, I'm trying not to give up on this bike because it's not a bad company, but I can't figure this thing out on the manual. But I think I figured out what's going on. Let me show you something. So it's set up kind of like a scooter. You don't get a throttle push. All right, so it doesn't work when you're pushing. I'm pushing the throttle right now. So it kicks on just like a scooter. If you ever had a scooter before, you have to push the scooter like 5 miles per hour, 3 miles per hour before the thing takes off. And that's what this does. So you have to push off to get to about maybe 2 miles per hour. All right, check this out. So you can get as far back as I can. And then, so I'm pushing the throttle right now. There it is, it kicked in. So yeah, it's not gonna go like I'm pushing it right now. It's not gonna go. I don't know why they have it set up that way, and it has the walk system as well. So if I hold that down, there it is. None of this was working before. Oh my God, that kickstand. No tools, weird kickstand. Here we go. So I'm holding it. Yeah, it's intermittent. I don't know what's going on with this, but one thing is you're gonna have to push this off. I don't mean to be dark on you guys. So if you do push just one of these, make sure that you know that you're gonna have to have your own tools, and the throttle does not work. You have to kind of kick off and then the throttle will work. And the walk button, it's the negative button, it does not work. A minute ago it just worked. So a lot of intermittent stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I am done with this video, but I appreciate y'all watching. And if you'd like one of these again, I'll put it in the description below.